Good evening. Welcome to another Monday, Conversations with a Masterful Raconteur. I'm yours truly, Florida's own, Barry S. McLeod. The right kind of different. How y'all doing today? I'm not going to hang out long tonight, okay? I just wanted to kind of sidebar myself from all the promoting I've been doing with SheDaPlaya. Most of y'all know that I'm producing a comedy movie called SheDaPlaya. And it's going to be dropping this month. In fact, it's going to be dropping on Thanksgiving. Okay. But I thought I would put this out there now because it took me a while to catch up with this, right? There's probably a lot of people just like me um, who wasn't really paying attention. And like for me, I um I don't really scroll through page of after page on social media because I just don't have the time. Um, but there are times when I do it because I want to like see what my friends are doing, support some of my friends by hitting the like button and sharing some of their things and hitting the love button and that kind of thing. Sometimes leaving comments. I do try to reciprocate um, with as many people as I can. Unfortunately, I'm not able to do everybody. So like, you know how when you like, for example, here on Facebook, when I come on Facebook, there's like posts that other people are making that's just automatically right there, right? And so sometimes I scroll down, and just like I say, try to support other people. And in the process of doing that, oftentimes I come across all of these different posts, and they had me going for a while. Um, so just to make a long story short, in case you did not know, a lot of the posts that I'm guessing many people or the average person is seeing, um, a lot of those posts are fake. Okay, and they look so real and so normal. And I just thought maybe I would alert a lot of people like myself to that. You know, you really got to take the time if you're interested or curious enough to fact check some of this stuff. For example, I have been seeing I've been seeing some really nice posters of movies that's supposed to be coming out featuring some well-known, very um, um, lovable and likable celebrities. You know, some of our favorite celebrities. And um, at first, I was like, "Oh wow, so and so gonna be in this movie." Oh, so and so. So, for example, um, for, I'm a big Sanford and Son fanatic to this day. I still watch Fred and Lamont and the crew, just to unwind and take my mind off of some of the work that I do because I just love that series so much, even to this day, and it still makes me laugh. So, you know, uh, what's up, Rev? Love you, man. Thanks for touching in with me. Hello, Monique. How you doing? Um, so so when I saw this poster with, I don't remember who was with him, but it was like Eddie Murphy and somebody. It was like they're gonna do Sanford and Son. I was like, wow, now that would be interesting. I wonder what character, you know, they're gonna play, And so I was looking to get more information from it. Eventually, I started seeing more and more that same exact style of posters being posted of other celebrities supposedly going to be doing other movies. And then I started to scratch my head. And then at one point I was like, man, the quality of these posters, man, whoever's doing these posters and flyers, man, it's tight work, really. And I was going through this process of admiring the work and considering what the movie is going to be like, this and that. And then I started noticing these posts of so and so and so, sad news, so and so passed away, so and so is critically ill, and I'm like, wow, really? Oh, that's too bad, and feeling sad, for these particular people. Now I started seeing posters where um, so and so got married, so and so got divorced. So I've been seeing this stuff now for I don't know, maybe the last couple of months. But recently there was something, I don't remember which one it was, but it made me Google it to get more information. And when I Google it, it turns out that Google is saying this is not true. Y'all know how we do with our phones. We use the microphone and ask the question in voice, and so then I started doing it for more stuff. And then that's how I began to discover, unless Google got it wrong, but usually when a celebrity or somebody like that passes away, it's going to make the news, in a big way. So I started paying attention that some of this stuff I'm not hearing about it other than or outside of these posts here on social media. And that's what really started to get my attention. So I started making it a point to Google some of the more of this stuff to try to find out if there was any truth. Now I'm on this little mission here to find out if this stuff is just a hoax, or somebody that's just um, if it's just one source that's doing this, or more than one source, or it's just something people are doing in general. But they had me going for a while. They really had me going for a while. And so um, as much as I'm here on social media, um, promoting and promoting and promoting and trying to be as creative as I possibly can, I'm really not as savvy with a lot of this stuff as it may seem. So um, I know for a fact that there's people like me. Some of them I know, and people who we don't know each other, but there's a lot of people like me when it comes to this. We see this stuff and we say, oh, wow, that's too bad, or that's sad, or wow, that's going to happen, or wow, they did this, or this did, and so much of this stuff is fake. And I don't know what somebody gets out of doing this, what the agenda is. I don't know who's behind it. I don't know if it's strategically uh, targeting a specific demographic. I don't know what it is or who's behind it. We hear all of this stuff about Russia and China and infiltrating our technology and doing what we call fake news and all this stuff and misleading information and stuff. And I really don't know what this actually is, but I thought maybe today I would just do somewhat of an awareness kind of a conversation today, just in case you didn't know, because like I said, I didn't know, and a lot of this stuff is completely fake. So when you see something where one of your favorite celebrities has passed away or got married or got divorced, and it's one of your favorite people to the point that you kind of jolted by it in some kind of way, before you believe it, Google it and see if it's true. When you hear about something like I was saying with these movie posters and stuff like that, I mean, like some really nice work. I was looking, I'm like, one thing, whoever's doing these movie posters, the doing the graphics and the design. They're doing some really really good work. I wish I could get them to do some work for me, but but a lot of this stuff is fake. A lot of this stuff is fake. And the thing what's happening now with this AI is doing so much now that it's fooling people. You're seeing posts with videos of celebrity status people, and it's not even them. If you listen close enough, you will hear that uh, you will hear in the voice technology as opposed to natural. Just like if somebody was to try and clone me and do, try to fool people that it's me talking. For those of you who know me or have paid enough attention to my post, if you listen close enough, you will hear a very distinct difference in my voice being cloned. Now they can do a good job with the visual part. They really can. They can do a very good job. You with a good eye, you can kind of figure that one out too. But on average, AI is doing a pretty clean job with the visual part, the mannerisms, and the body language and all of that stuff. But if you listen for the voice, you will hear technology in the voice, and it's really fooling a lot of people. It's misleading a lot of people, and so that's very important because when you pay attention to politics and what's going on now, man, they're swaying the mindset of a lot of people. They're confusing a lot of people, and they're impacting people in such a way that when it comes time to voting and when it comes time to just how you feel about a certain politician or something like that, they're impacting you. They're impacting you, and if you're not up to speed on this, it will work. That game, that trickery that they're doing, that strategy, that intention, whatever it is, it will work if you're not paying attention. So unfortunately, we got to start thinking about this kind of stuff. We're not in a position where we can be gullible and naive anymore because it doesn't look like to me AI is going away. It looks like more AI is coming. And so with AI, you can fool a lot of people, and you can sway the minds, you can sway the attitudes, you can sway the spirits of a lot of people in a variety of different ways. It's not just politics, it's just about life stuff, just about how how your attitude can shift about your perspective on life, and that can have a really big impact on how you govern yourself on a day-to-day basis, even with your family, at your job, out in public, and transition from this place to the next place, this situation to the next situation. We got to be really, really careful because whoever is is there's a very big picture here that the average person would not see because let's face it, most people are followers, they're not leaders. And so followers tend to be a lot more gullible. Leaders tend to be a little more on the strategic side and try to understand what's going on. And some leaders are far more efficient than other leaders are. So I'm just want to put it out there today to people that I reach, and some of you probably already up on this and far more advanced with understanding this and how you handle this far more than I am. But I'm willing to go out on a limb and say that there's a whole lot of people just like me that we're just now starting to figure it out, and some people are not figuring it out yet. And it will take for me more people like me to say these things to make people aware, because it has nothing to do with you being unintelligent or slow or anything like that. It's just that we're going about our daily lives and we're using our cell phones so many times throughout the day, and we're just seeing all of this information, and we're just doing what we normally do. But that's how you get slipped a Mickey, you know. In other words, that's how you get tricked. That's how you get bamboozled if you're not careful. You got to at least be aware that this kind of thing is going down. You got to at least be aware that it's going down so that you're not so gullible to the point that you got tricked. Because the last thing you want to do is allow this type of thing to change who you naturally are. And it's probably happening on a large scale, unfortunately, because when you look at how mean people are now, how short patient people are now, how quick, or should I say short tempered people are now, you know, you can see, if you really think about it right, you can see how they're being impacted by outside sources and vibes and perspectives and stuff. I like to tease some of the my customers in my salon, who most of them are seasoned people. They are 50s, 60s, 70s. I like to tease the especially the 70s, people in the 70 age category or older. We talk about a lot of things, and we talk about how people tempers flare so easy, and people get violent, and people fight and stuff. And we say, man, it's just a shame how these young people just like they losing their minds, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then I like to tease them and challenge them. I say, yeah, we feel that way. You feel that way. But as soon as somebody handle your grandchild the wrong way, time aside, Jesus. Let me go handle this for him right quick, and I'll come back and time us back in when I finish. And we laugh at it, we make a joke out of it. But there was a time when people were a lot more level-headed, and we could absorb more negative energy from outside of us without overreacting. And when you see people so quick to react, so quick to get mad, so quick to try to prove a point that you do this to me, I'll do that to you. When you see that, that is, believe it or not, part of the results of seeing all of this negative stuff all the time. It's like being slipped a Mickey. Google that if you don't know what it is, okay? It's like they say, I think they say like with uh antifreeze, if you give antifreeze in small proportions to a person, you can kill them. It'll take time, but you can kill them because antifreeze is poisonous. But in small doses, you don't notice it right away, but it gets in your body and it builds up, and eventually you succumb to that. And so that's sort of what's happening with the minds of a lot of people today. Is you're seeing all of this negative stuff all the time, and you start thinking more negative than you do positive. And then as soon as somebody come at you the wrong way, or the wrong kind of situation happen, you're ready to snap just like that. So we really, really got to start being far more mindful about what we're paying attention to on social media. Since we spend so much time on social media, we got to pay attention to how it is actually affecting us. And we got to stop being gullible and trusting that this stuff that we see on social media is just correct. When, even if you think it's correct, challenge it sometime and just Google it and see. You'll be surprised and find out that some of this stuff is just fake. So with that being said, in case you did not know, a lot of stuff that we're paying attention to on social media A lot of it is fake. A lot of it is not true. And I advise you, you know, to be careful, not to let yourself get so absorbed in it that you become it. Okay. I'm going to touch out now. For those of you who are who are curious about my new movie, SheDaPlaya, it is a comedy movie, and um, I'm going to we'll be having our private screening, hopefully in a couple of weeks. I just finished editing the movie. I finally got it under 2 hours. Wow, man, that was a task because I had to get rid of a lot of good scenes and stuff, you know. But I really feel good about the movie. Um, I'm going to go into the marketing and promotion part of this now, and we're going to be knocking on some doors. But in the meantime, for those of you who want to see the movie, I'm going to appeal to you to go to my streaming platform, Be Bingin, BBINGN.com, and subscribe. It costs only $2.99, and you'll be supporting not just me, but all the cast that's involved with the movie, and you'll be helping us in our going forward. Want to send some love out there to one of our executive producers who just touched in with me all the way from New Jersey, Sylvester. What's up, cousin? Uh, my other cousin in Duval, Sheila. What's going on, girl? Love you. I appreciate y'all touching in with me. If y'all don't mind sharing this post with somebody, I appreciate it. I am going to try not to ramble and say goodnight. Thanks again for touching in. Florida's own Barris McLeod, truly the right kind of different. Y'all stay blessed.